Thank you very much. Um, First thing I must say, I'm a very good Konglish speaker. So it's partly because of, my hometown is Kundapur. It's in the Karnataka. My mother tongue is Kannada. So over there we speak very good Konglish. And same time I also in Korea, I speak Korean English, it's a Konglish. So that I'm an expert, Konglish speaker. So please bear with me. Actually, in Korean winter, I kind of, come to India and work in India, and Indian summer, I go to Korea. And how it helps me in working is it really kind of, breaks your conditioning. Otherwise, you do the same thing again and again. But then if you move to new place, new culture, new life, then you have to be very kind of, kind of sharp to, observe and, basically it breaks the conditioning. That's how it helps my art practice.
And I think your continuous travel and the different kinds of degrees that you have got over the years has also influenced your practice in many ways. So you draw from a variety of sources. You have art historical sources, you have Hindu iconography, and then you have these, classical sculptures from India. So maybe you can tell us, and popular culture. So maybe, and I think Talur has 3 sculptures in this exhibition, 2 of them here and 1 of them in the other gallery. And maybe you can tell us a little bit about these sculptures.
I think traveling is very, very interesting. It's very unusual. When you going by flight, nobody talks to you much, so that you get the time to think. It's a toilet and the aeroplane. It's the best place to think, I guess. So this work is actually called chromatophobia. It's actually started around in 90s. People started too much talking about money. So I was really surprised. Even the art community also started talking about it. Whenever you meet, what is the gallery, how is that? So I started thinking, why not? That itself becomes a subject to my work. Then it's more interesting, and I will also understand what money it is. So the chromatophobia, I looked at the dictionary. Chromatophobia means chromatophobia is an abnormal, persistent fear of money. Those who suffer with this disease, they constantly, they get into kind of anxiety, and they become irrational, even though they feel, they feel all the roots of their problem, everything is the money. So it's a very unusual and very strange disease. And actually chromo actually come from Greek and Roman period. So it's a old coins, like a gold or a silver coins, bright colors is a chromo. So that's how the whole idea of chromatophobia started. So Greek and so now the Greeks really experiencing it in deeper way. So that's how I can the idea of chromatophobia has come.
And in fact, this work, I saw it in Taiwan last year.
Yeah.
And it has traveled a lot.
Traveled a lot. And first I made in India. In India, I had a preview, and a couple of my friends started, hammering a coin on that. And then it went to China, and then in Korea as well as Taiwan, and now it's here. So I'm hoping it has to break the Asia Pacific region and go somewhere else. I'm hoping for that. But basically, I'll also want to talk about how the idea has come. So in India, in the housewarming ceremony, people actually nail a coin on the doorstep, so that the Lakshmi doesn't go out. So I also suggested nail the coin in the back doorstep also, so that she may go out from the back. And even it's a very strange thing, they don't buy an idol standing Lakshmi. A standing, Lakshmi is a symbol of wealth
Yeah.
or money in India. So they don't buy a standing Lakshmi, so she can just run away. So they buy only a sitting Lakshmi. So it's a kind of very unusual belief. So that's where basically I wanted to develop a therapy. So when you feel it's a problem, so problem needs to be tackled as a doctor. So India has a very good tradition of developing therapies. So maybe I think in a surface it looks very absurd, but then of course it may be a therapy, I guess. So then I thought, why not? Therapy I have to kind of extend it. So people can come, they can take a coin, and they can perform. They can get kind of a experience.
Do you want to, like most of your pieces are interactive, so do you want to
Yes,
show
of
them
course.
maybe,
Of course. And also, I welcome anybody, wanted to experience this, you can come and nail a coin and, so museum doesn't allow me to nail a coin, instead of I'm hammering a coin. So, when it comes to in a different context, so many compromises one has to work out. This is one of the. It's very simple and you have to pray, but I didn't pray when there's so many people at a time watching at me. I can't become, So money is all about that.
But I think the other thing is that, though you've used decaying kind of wood, which wood have you used for this sculpture?
This one is actually called Shivani. I actually hollowed it so that when you are hammering, you don't listen to other sound. Instead, you hear the sound from the wood. So you can really experience it. After our talk or yeah.
And I think with these coins on it, it gives it a kind of precious look. So you have these mixture of materials that you use, decaying wood on the one hand, and these shiny kind of metal coins on the other. And I think in your practices where you use a mixture of materials, maybe you can say something.
Yeah,
about
I mean, I have to show other work. In this case, I feel when it is aging, it also gives some kind of illusion of seriousness, or when it's the aging and the maturity and all this has some kind of a very internal associations when we are visually reading it. So it's one of so that's the reason I guess I leave some kind of an that kind of surface I look for. And of course, when you use bronze or when you use other material, like in this case, this work is called arophobia, where I have used images of gold rush. Arophobia is a fear of gold. So what I did, people don't like history. They don't want to remember history, so I burn them. So it's black, so that you can't really erase history, but then what you can do is you make it dull. You make it darker, so that you view very slowly, you experience very slowly. So I have images. The other side I have big gold nuggets by it's one of the world's biggest nugget by collected by Gold Hoffman, yeah. And the whole history is around, and this work is actually in simple words, it's a piggy bank. So you can the basic idea came from so when you print money, you usually reserve gold. So when I looked at the whole history of the gold reserves, Australia is one of the best reserve of gold. very interesting. So I thought the problem is not the gold, the currency itself. So I thought, I have to design an, a piggy bank for Australia. So I end up like this.
And in fact, the balance of gold in Australia, I think, depends on the viewer. How he's able to go in and put in those gold coins into the piggy bank itself.
So, you have an image here, the whole demonstration, how to do it. You can either, if I'm lucky and if I can help you in economical crisis, it goes in, otherwise.
You want me to read out the instructions?
Yes, please, and maybe I will demo so you can read out so that you can help.
So, in his note, Tanur says, please follow the steps below to balance the economy of your society. First, take a coin from your pocket.
No pocket. So it's a museum game.
Take a deep breath and stand in a stable position. Wish sincerely and wholeheartedly that your economy shall be a balanced one. Okay, throw the coin in your hand onto the top of the piggy box. Climb onto the step provided to make sure that your money has reached its destination safely. And you can also see your economy tilting towards equilibrium if you have done your task sincerely and wholeheartedly.
So then you can go in to check whether the money has gone in or not. Yeah, like this.
But this is also based on, the whole design for this is based on what we call a ratha in India, which is a chariot, which patrons of villages actually give as a gift to the gods.
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah.
Traditionally, when we buy a Rolls-Royce car or, when we offer something prestigious thing to, something, it's of similar symbol. So in villages or, rich people will, offer, chariot to the temple. Usually it's a gold chariot. So I thought, when I'm designing a gold aerophobia piggy bank, then certainly I kind of associated the sources I have kind of, put them together and I have to work on. This is a kind of, that's the reason, I got the design from the kind of, the Indian traditional chariot, and then from that point I have developed the, whole design. Yeah.
So this is made from 6 pieces, blocks of
No,
jackfruit wood.
Yeah, that's a practicality. So when you are bringing work or when the work travels to different places, so it needs, you can't get that big container. That's the reason it's in 6 pieces. It came here, and since it's remaining here, I want to fix them permanently, I guess, so that it can remain. And when the money fills in next year when I come, so then maybe for the government or of course those who throw the coin, they get a tax free on that coin. Yeah.
Do you have any questions for the artist?
Yeah.
When you go close to this work, you smell the work, and it's been charcoaled. You've burnt the wood. You've burnt the wood.
Yes. Yes.
And so, it could have been painted or given another finish.
Yes.
Is there another reasoning for you to burn the wood?
I think I have already given the reason. So people don't want to see their history.
But
So
you
when
could
it is
have.
a black history,
Yeah.
so you don't want to read that. So there is a designed way of projecting something.
But my question,
That
my question was, I remember you saying that, but my question was, the reason for making it charcoal, it could have been painted black, or was there another reason why?
Yeah, charcoal is a physically you are firing. So the act of it is itself is a quite not normal. Painting is you are very, very
Yeah.
kindly doing it, and
Yeah.
really you are soothing experience. Burning is not.
No, I understand. I just also wondered whether the smell was something that was something that you actually considered inside of the work. The smell, because the smell becomes an added part of the work.
Yes, when we go to death ceremony, usually in India we fire, we don't. So when you go to death ceremony, there is some kind of smell. Is also associated to death, associated to something, charred or, of course, the material is very important for me. So material itself talks to people, of course my verbal dictionary is very small, but then visual dictionary I really want to develop, and how, the material and the grinding them or firing them or, breaking them, or, every act, how it kind of, goes towards some kind of a, it's a giving a signal. It's your, cause and effect theory. Like, if there is a cause, then
Yeah.
you start, investigating,
Hi, I've got a question as well. We saw your show in Mumbai earlier this year, and so saw at least 20 of your works. I think a big survey of work. And one of the things that really struck me about the broad looking at all of your many pieces is there seems to be a negotiation between either an iconography or a historical heritage, the Vedic or Hindu iconography and contemporary issues. And so I'm sensing you weaving or negotiating two spaces, the mythical, the spiritual, and the material space, or the present day economy, language, politics. Do you want to expand upon that? Like, would you agree that that's your kind of persistent concern? Which I guess is dealing with these two oppositions. Are they oppositions for you? Or because there's often quite a violence in the depiction of, say, the Hindu deities. There's one where the Hindu figure, the goddess, has a chainsaw ripping through the head. Yeah.
I think all the art is working in the edge. So, of course, if that edge imbalance, then all the problem comes up. But then the edge is very exciting. So, somebody asked me if you are nailing coin, is that illegal, or you are defacing or something. I said, if you are legally asking me, then you talk to my lawyer. So then if you are asking me, so conceptually it is about, basically I'm trying to, creating a situation to think about. So it's not about, not about, creating any problem or creating any, So life is all about that, like, we share and we think about it, and then, but visually I can work out better, so I took this